Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have so many fun holiday collection makeup pieces to play with. I have some Jane Iredale, I have some Chantecaille, some Lawless, some Rare Beauty, and I thought, you know what, let's just do a full face using as many of them as I can. If I don't use them, I still talk about them and swatch them. So I have no idea how long this is going to be because I feel like I chatted quite a bit. So let's waste no time and jump right in. I have done my brows, I've primed my eyes, and there's a little bit of corrector underneath my eyes. I don't have a new foundation, however, I do have the new Chantecaille Sheer Glow Gold Face Tint. They sent this over yesterday, so I have not had a chance to try it yet. They have a rose face tint and they have a bronze face tint, which I have used in a couple of videos mixed together as my foundation, and I absolutely love it. This is, like I said, the gold. And basically what it ends up being is just a little bit of a warmer version of the rose. It's beautiful. I mean, look at that finish. Oh, it's so pretty. I put it all over my hands last night and I was like, oh, I cannot wait to get this on my face. And you can use this so many different ways, just like you can use the other face tints. As a primer, as your base, mixed in with a base, and that's how I'm going to do it today. I'm going to mix it in with my Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Hydrating Foundation, Luminous Foundation. I cannot read the bottom without my glasses. So I'm going to take a pump of that and then about that much of the gold and mix it together. And I will use this the other ways. I'll use it as like a highlighter on its own, as a base product. I'll mix it with the bronze face tint and use it as a foundation, and I will keep y'all updated. It definitely helps the foundation go farther, which, I mean, tracks. But I will, most often when I use this foundation, I'll use like 1.5 to 2 pumps for my face and neck, but mixing that in, I only used 1. It does have the standard Chantecaille rose scent to it, and I can smell it when I apply it, but it doesn't, by the time I'm done with my makeup, I can't smell anything. So what I'm gonna do is when I get to like a brand that has multiple sets, I'm gonna show all of the sets at once, even though I may not be using them all at that time. Rare Beauty has some of the cutest gift sets that they sent over. I love their liquid blushes. This is the Mini Blush and Luminize Trio, which has 1 liquid luminizer and 2 dewy liquid blushes. And the liquid blushes are Virtue and Beloved. Virtue is this really pretty peachy shade. Beloved is this gorgeous, almost like brick shade, which I quite honestly cannot wait to use on my clients. And then Enliven is the luminizer shade. I use Rare Beauty blushes on 95% of my brides. They are so long lasting and so beautiful on the skin. There is also Selena's Essential Eye Duo, which is an eyeshadow stick and mascara set. The eyeshadow stick is in the shade Perspective, which is a set exclusive shade. So you're not gonna find this in the permanent collection. And it's a deep golden olive shade. It's very, very pretty. And then there is a mini of the Perfect Strokes Universal Volumizing Mascara. And then the third and final set I have is the Find Comfort Mini Lotion and Fragrance Set. It's a really cute set of the Find Comfort Hydrating Body Lotion and then the Eau de Parfum in a travel spray. I'm gonna start out using this Rare Beauty Mini Blush in Virtue. The thing about these blushes is you need the absolute tiniest amount. That is too much. Like the big ones that have the doe foot, I just tap it onto my hand or palette, and then that will cover 2 cheeks. Hope is probably the one that I use the most on brides, but you know, not everybody wants a pink cheek. I mean, pigmented, easy to apply. I'm going to dip into a couple of the eye products later, but now let's talk about the Jane Iredale Holiday Collection. I know a lot of y'all have been asking me if I was going to review this, and they came out with 3 different sets. I adore the packaging this year. It's just like this Candyland, just, y'all, nobody loves Christmas more than me. I adore everything about it. First, there's the Sugar and Ice duo. This is a lip scrub and hydrating gloss duo. To my knowledge, they've never had a lip scrub, at least not since I have loved Jane. And the gloss is in the shade Icicle, which is a limited edition shade. Next, there is the Glam and Glow Eyeshadow Stick Mini Trio. So these are mini versions of existing shades in their eyeshadow stick collection. Moonstone, which is a champagne, Gatsby, which is a gold, and Rosé, which is a rose gold. So I've talked about these a lot in other videos, but I do really enjoy them. And then the one we are going to use today is the limited edition Merry and Bright multi-use face palette. So this is different from their older face palettes in other collections because this is all cream products. It is all existing shades from the Glow Time stick collection. So there is a highlight shade in Solstice. Then there are 4 Glow Time blush sticks in Enchanted, Mist, Balmy, and Ember, and then a bronzer in Scorch. I don't often see a ton of fully cream palettes. So I'm going to use the Anissa Beauty Buffing Bronzer Brush, and I'm going to go into Scorch. Now the only thing is that it's gonna get dirty pretty quick depending on what brush you use. It's nothing that a little makeup wipe can't fix. And I'm gonna use this as my bronzer today. So again, not new products. However, it's the only time all of them have been together in one, and it's the only time they've been in palette form. So if you maybe have a couple of these shades and you wanted to try more, or you just wanted to try them, period, this is a great way to do that. Set my face with powder, and I'm gonna go in with the highlight in this palette, Solstice. Honestly, I don't even need it because that Chantecaille is coming through with that foundation and giving me a very nice, beautiful sheen on the skin, but I'm gonna use it anyways. So I'm just gonna pick it up with a flat foundation brush. You could definitely use your fingers for this and just tap it where I want even a little more glow. Because is there such a thing as too much glow? Yes, there is. But it takes a while to get there for me. All right, let's go ahead and start on the eyes. And I have 2 kind of eye collections that I want to talk about. The first one that I don't think I'm going to use on camera, I will put some cut-ins, is the Garden collection from Chantecaille. Oh my word, y'all. These little duo palettes are so stunning. I'm telling you, I say it every time I talk about Chantecaille products, they never miss on packaging. And you're gonna be able to see everything in my camera, but it's very reflective. It has etchings of flowers, so pretty. I'm gonna put some swatches up on the screen. The first is the Jasmine Eye Duet. And a lot of people, I think, are gonna see this on the marketing copy and pictures and say, oh, that's very similar to the Cheetah Trio that just came out. But I'm also going to pop that on at the end of these swatches to show you how they compare, because they are different in my opinion. So the Jasmine is definitely a more neutral / gold brown duet. And then this one is Cassis Eye Duet, which is definitely more on the burgundy side. It's a gorgeous burgundy matte shade, and then a shimmer topper, or you know, just a shade to use by itself. And these are all just 1 matte and 1 shimmer. And then finally there is Silver Willow, which is such a gorgeous gray eyeshadow with a silver gray taupe shimmer shade. And I'm actually going to put in a little clip of me using the Silver Willow Eye Duet because I just think these shades are so gorgeous. All of them are, but I love having a gray cool tone option in my collection. And I love the size and ease of these palettes, especially for travel around the holidays or anytime. Very, very pretty. And then there are 2 of their lip crystals, which they come out with, I believe, every holiday. Usually it's just 1 shade, but this year they gave us 2. There's Aventurine, this gorgeous like hot pink. Oh, I love this shade so much. I need to do a whole holiday look around this shade. And then this is Pink Topaz, which is definitely more of a everyday Mandy shade. They have lots of sparkle on the outside of the bullet, which is just so pretty. But once you get through that top layer of sparkle and actually apply it, it's more of just a sheen with a couple of, you know, particles, but it's not like thick and chunky and uncomfortable on the lips. Really pretty colors, and I think they actually go perfectly with these duos. But today I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Stick and the Dreamy Dozen Volume 2 from Lawless. I don't have the Volume 1, but I posted the Volume 2 and swatches, which I will insert here on my Instagram story when I receive this. And it's just so pretty. Do I have these colors 100 times over? Yeah, probably. I don't necessarily have them in this setup. I like them all together. And I really like the formula. So this is a talc-free formula. If you're someone who does not like to have talc in your cosmetics, this is something to look into, especially if you're looking for a more neutral to warm palette. This does lean a little bit more warm than I would say neutral or cool, but it has 12 shades and an even mixture of matte and shimmer, which I so appreciate. I love when I don't have two mattes and the rest shimmer, or vice versa. Like, I just love an even distribution. So I have no idea what we're going to do today, but I'm going to start out using the Rare Beauty Weightless Eyeshadow Stick in Perspective and kind of just put that on my lash line, and then I'm going to blend it up some. I'm not really looking for this to look like a liner. I just want that smoky effect on the lash line. And I might go back to that depending on if I end up covering it up too much. And then I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It is a little bit more of a cool toned shimmer compared to the other golds and coppers, which I've already used and loved. And this is the Rephr number 2 brush. This is the longer handle that they recently just came out with. And I'm gonna take that kind of and tap it above that liner. Yep, that liner kind of disappeared. That's okay. We'll go back in and reapply. And then what I really like doing lately is taking a cooler tone shadow on the lid and a warmer shade in the crease, or vice versa. I just really like the contrast of the two. So I'm gonna take the shade Glaze. No, that's not right. I always get so confused when they're like this. Soft Touch right here, which could be, it's like a pinky peachy shade, so it can kind of go both ways. With, I don't know which brush is this, 27? No, 15 max. Whenever I'm using eye brushes, they are almost always Rephr. If you don't have Rephr eye brushes in your collection, you are missing out, truly. They are my favorite. And honestly, the only shade darker than what I have on my eyes is really this one right here, which is called Eclipse. And it's like a grayish black, but I don't want to go that smoky today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a number 28 brush on Glaze, which is this kind of the lightest shimmer color in the palette. Put that in my inner corner and a little bit up onto the lid, like just a little bit, just to marry it. And then I'm going to take a little bit of, it's going to take me a while to figure out what this is, Midas, no, Scorpio, which is right here. And it's another shimmer shade and it's got a little bit of gold to it. I'm going to put that on my, I haven't done an upper brow bone highlight in forever. And then since I kind of covered up that Rephr liner on the top, I'm going to put just a little bit on the bottom. I say liner, eyeshadow stick. I was using it as a quasi liner. And it kind of brings everything together because it's the same undertone as that lid color, but it's not shimmery. There's some times when I like a shimmer shadow under the eye, but it's not often. I like that. I like the gradient and the color effects. And for mascara, I'm going to use the mini one from Rare Beauty that was in the eyeshadow stick and mascara duo kit. I'm not going to use a primer. I'm just going to apply 2 coats of this and see how it looks. So that is 2 coats of the Rare Beauty mascara. I think I've gone through an entire tube of this in the past, which means I obviously liked it enough to go through an entire tube, but other than that, it's been so long I don't remember, but I don't hate the way it looks right now. And then finally, let's finish off with lips. And Lawless has this precious little Forget the Filler lip duo. I think I've already thrown away the box to this. I love the Forget the Filler glosses. And I believe 2 of these might be limited edition or exclusive to this kit. There's Melrose, which is this really pretty kind of bronzy, rosy shade. Then Bitten, which is definitely more of like a berry tone. But again, these are like plumping lip glosses, they're not going to be super opaque. And then Rosy Outlook, which I know is in the permanent collection. And despite having Rosy in the name, it really comes off more clear to me. So this is a good either precursor to lipstick if you want to get your lips nice and plump, or a good gloss to put on top. I am going to do Melrose. It's like the tiniest little toe foot. It's so cute. Really like that. But to give just a tiny bit of color, I'm going to go in with Bitten. Kind of blend that in over the top. Finally, I have to talk about my scent of the day. This is not a Christmas special. This is a new addition to the permanent line for Ormond Jane, and this is Cashmere. They also added Bukhara, which I've talked about so much, to their permanent line, and I'm so happy about that because this is the best peach gorgeousness of a perfume. I love Bukhara so much. I actually purchased this from them when it was an exclusive. I reached out to them and I was like, I've smelled this. Please let me have a full bottle. Please let me buy a bottle. And then they sent over Cashmere. This has a slew of notes in it. Coriander, saffron, cardamom, jasmine, rose, iris, cedar, patchouli, myrrh, vanilla, sandalwood, benzoin, lots and lots of notes. What this is to me, it is a version, it is Ormond Jane's version of Gris Charnel. And I'm not saying that they took Gris Charnel and tried to dupe it. Absolutely not. It just gives me those feelings, that soft cardamom with the DNA of the greenery that comes from Ormond Jane fragrances, and the dry down of just cardamom and vanilla. It is so pretty. I love it so much. I have talked endlessly about how much I love this house, and this is a fabulous addition. So really good for fall too, because it gives those cozy vibes. So that's it. That is a full face using some new holiday collection launches. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I will have everything listed and linked down below per usual. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.